Few frontmen in rock history embody the word showman, quite like David Lee Roth. Known as the high-flying, charismatic, and endlessly flamboyant lead singer of Van Halen, Roth became one of the most iconic voices and personalities of the late 1970s and 1980s rock scene. With his trademark screams, wild stage acrobatics, and unapologetic swagger, he helped Van Halen rise to become one of the biggest rock bands in the world. Beyond his time with the band, Roth built a colorful solo career and cultivated a reputation as one of rock's most eccentric and entertaining figures. His story is one of music, controversy, reinvention, and enduring influence. Born on October 10, 1954, in Bloomington, Indiana, David Lee Roth moved to California during his youth, eventually gravitating toward the burgeoning rock scene of Pasadena. He joined forces with brothers Eddie and Alex Van Halen, along with bassist Michael Anthony, forming the band that would forever change hard rock. In 1978, Van Halen released their self-titled debut album, which was an explosive success. Roth's outrageous vocals paired perfectly with Eddie Van Halen's revolutionary guitar playing, creating a sound and image that captivated fans. Songs like Running with the Devil, Ain't Talkin' About Love, and their famous cover of You Really Got Me announced the band as a force to be reckoned with. Roth's onstage persona quickly earned him the nickname Diamond Dave. With his flashy outfits, martial arts-inspired kicks, and relentless energy, he redefined what it meant to be a frontman. His charisma was magnetic, and his voice, full of high-pitched wails and playful swagger, made Van Halen's songs instantly recognizable. By the early 1980s, Van Halen had become one of the most successful rock bands in the world, selling millions of albums and selling out arenas worldwide. Albums like Women and Children First, Fair Warning, and Diver Down solidified their place in rock history. The band reached its commercial peak with the release of 1984. Fueled by the hits Jump, Panama, and Hot for Teacher, the album catapulted Van Halen to superstardom. Roth's antics in the Jump video, paired with Eddie's iconic keyboard riff, made them MTV staples and cemented Van Halen as kings of the decade. However, behind the scenes, tensions between Roth and Eddie Van Halen grew, fueled by creative differences and clashing personalities. In 1985, Roth departed the band, a shocking moment in rock history that left fans divided. Roth quickly embarked on a solo career, releasing Crazy from the Heat, a quirky EP that included his renditions of California Girls and Just a Gigolo, I Ain't Got Nobody. His full-length solo debut, Eat 'Em and Smile, was a commercial success, backed by virtuoso guitarist Steve Vai and bassist Billy Sheehan. Roth's solo career further showcased his love of showmanship, humor, and over-the-top performances. While he never reached Van Halen's level of dominance, his solo work solidified his reputation as a fearless entertainer willing to take risks. In the years that followed, Roth's career took many turns, including stints as a radio host, author, and even a licensed EMT in New York City. Despite these diversions, his connection to Van Halen remained. After years of speculation and short-lived reunions, Roth officially rejoined Van Halen in the late 2000s. In 2012, the band released A Different Kind of Truth, their first album with Roth in decades, proving that the magic of Diamond Dave and Eddie Van Halen still resonated with fans. Tours during this period drew massive crowds, celebrating Van Halen's legendary catalog. The passing of Eddie Van Halen in 2020 marked the end of an era, leaving Roth as one of the last living symbols of the band's legacy. Reflecting on his career, Roth announced his retirement from performing in 2021, closing the chapter on a life spent at the forefront of rock and roll spectacle. David Lee Roth's life is a testament to the power of personality and performance. He wasn't just a singer, he was a showman who turned concerts into carnivals of energy and excess. As Van Halen's frontman, he helped define an era of rock that celebrated fun, freedom, and flamboyance. As a solo artist and eccentric personality, he proved that reinvention and resilience are just as important as talent. To this day, Diamond Dave remains one of rock's most unforgettable figures, his influence echoing every time a frontman struts across the stage with a smile, a scream, and a sense of spectacle.